Hi, everyone. This is Shelly. And today I'm coming to chat with you with one of the ULB Minis. I usually do it on my cell phone, so this just feels kind of odd and awkward to me. So a few things have been going through my mind. I'm not 100% sure what they're going to talk about tonight, but it's now been a week or almost 2 weeks since the equinox. So I wanted them to kind of talk about the energy that came in that day and what's going on now, because I understand I thought there were eclipses back in September, but now they're saying 2 in October. I don't know. I do know that there were a lot of astrological changes in September, in addition to the influx of the energy. So that was one thing I'm curious about. The next thing is, well, yesterday was October 4th. And they did have that announcement, the the EBS. And on Shelly's phone, it was just something that popped up. This is a test of the emergency broadcast system. That was it. And so that was something else that I know there was a lot of people that were talking about. So I just wanted them to come in and just chat for a little bit. I have a feeling it might be Albion, but it might be Crystallia. I don't 100% know. Greetings. It is I, Crystallia. I wanted to come and share with you this evening because much of what is happening on Earth right now is about what is going on with the frequency that I brought into the Earth. I take full credit, do I not? No, it is not just about it is about the many star beings that have worked with this. It's about the majority of you that have done your wonderful work upon the earth, hard work of ascension, all of which has created this transition that is taking place. It was 2 weeks ago, this upcoming Saturday, that we had the equinox. And as I spoke at that time, that is, of course, the balance of your planet. What happened during that day was also the influx of a great deal of energy. Now, many people have felt this in different ways. Some of you felt triggered with things that came from your past. Some of you felt equalizing balance, and as if you were at ease in a way that you have not been for a very long time. And still others of you are beginning to find your friends and family members saying, what's going on? Don't understand. And so now is going to be the time when it's super important for you to consider, how do you want to talk to them? What do you want to say? Do you blurt it all out at one time? And obviously the answer to that is no. Nobody wants to be preached to, and so that is never a way to create these changes. But this is how this crystalline energy is working with all of humanity. For some, it's working through on the subconscious level. And even those of you that have been on this pathway and have already moved up quite a bit in the ascension ladder, if there is anything within your unconscious that continues to either hold you back or hold you in a place that no longer serves you, now is the time for that to be cleared. I also hear from those of you that are like, but I'm here, I'm asking, I want the change, I'm open to receive. So the question that I want to pose about that is, are you open to receive mentally, or are you open to receive spiritually? Because when people just say things and they want to believe them, but they don't really believe them, or if their history has proven to them that it doesn't work, I may really work hard at this, I may really want this change, but it hasn't worked before, so it might not work again. And whether that's what is in your consciousness or not, that is what is unconsciously being sent out to the world around you, therefore creating the reality that is in that cycle where you go around and around and around. What would it look like if you began to make a conscious choice to say something positive no matter what gets said to you. And by this, I mean, when people around you are talking about the fear, is it possible for you to say, there is that fear, however, and say something different? Is it possible for you to go through and scroll through and read what may be on your phone, in which there's a great deal of negativity, and say, I'm not going to buy that negativity. It may be other people's realities, but I'm going to choose to be happy in this now moment. I'm going to choose to look for something joyful in this now moment. Now, some people are just intrinsically happy people, and this may be very, very easy for them. But for a very great many of you, life has taught you differently. And even though there may be aspects of you that are intrinsically happy, you've become cautious, or you've become guarded, or some just depressed and have maybe other things that are going on. So no matter what your situation, I put forth to you the 24-hour challenge. And you can support one another. Talk about it on Telegram. Write about it in different places where there is the social media. What can you do for just 24 hours when you acknowledge happiness, when no matter what the people say around you, and even though inside of you, you may be saying, I agree, but you say something that is happy and uplifting and transitioning? What would that be like? So I'm putting that forth. Now then, so much that Elbayan has been talking about in Brasentia with this transition in your earth plane, it's here. It's happening now. It's happening at this moment. This is the time that so many of you have been waiting for. This is the time that you have been saying, when's it going to happen? When's it going to happen? When's it going to happen? Of course, it's so hard for us to choose a date or a month even, but energetically, this is the time. And the more that people join in on that 24-hour challenge, the quicker that time will manifest for the entire planet. So I remind you, when you get caught up in what you might hear going on, be it in another part of the world or in politics or in your job or in your family, how can you have a positive response? We will talk more next week on the 11th when we get together, but I did want to take this opportunity to put forth this challenge and ask you to find that in your life. Hallelujah.